playing with me. Look into my eyes, do it look like you playing me? Is it safe to be thinking that you could ever get over on me? I'm a rebel of this game, so ain't no rules to be binding me. Y'all professors in this industry, y'all misdemeanors tell me smart, I'm new.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is. It is around that time. It is time for the ICON Chronicles, and I am, as always, your host, the incomparable, the incredible one-man band. Next ICON, no excuses. I can overcome negativity. For those that are unaware, that my name is an acronym for that. It is Wednesday night. It is April 5th. And I am on show number 12. This is the season finale of the ICON Chronicles. And as always, y'all know that once I get to the season finale, then I take me a little bit of a break to figure out what I'm going to do next. But in the meantime, I have already been working on that aspect of what's going to be going on next for the next season. So y'all going to get ready for it. I have not exactly decided when the season premiere for season 6 is going to start, but let's trust and believe that it will be back. So once again, welcome y'all. I welcome y'all to the ICON Chronicles. Say my name again. Next ICON, as y'all see right there, no excuses. I can overcome negativity. This is the season finale. We about to wrap up season 5. I have been majorly busy during this season. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know where that came from. But I just got done working on a couple sets, finishing up the series Moshe with Blackbird's Melody Network and Asar Freeman. We got all 7 episodes put together. They are going into post-production, and they will be released soon. Also, y'all can check me out as Diamond Dallas on YouTube on the new award-winning, I love when I say that in the project that I'm in, award-winning show, Atlanta's Ugly, by my man Reality and Thoran Dumas, who I thank both of them highly for putting me into that project. Yo, check out Atlanta's Ugly on YouTube. Season 8, it's Atlanta's Ugly 2.0, Season 8. We are up to episode 10 right now. Check out all 10 episodes. You can also go back and you can see the other seasons and the other episodes also on YouTube. But maybe I'm being a little bit arrogant and a little bit conceited. But make sure that y'all focus on season 8, 2.0. I mean, why not? Anyway, again, I've released a new single earlier this year called So What's Up, featuring a guest artist. Check that out. Download it. Any of my music y'all can find online. Just type in the name Next ICON. Don't let it fool you. It's NXICON. If you try and Google it, sometimes it tries to throw an E in the mix. There is no E in my name. It's just 6 letters. NXICON. Google me. You will find me anywhere and everywhere. Check out my music. Current If you are an independent artist, that is a very good format for you. Make sure that your music is copyrighted by the Library of Congress. Make sure you do your due diligence to protect yourself and to protect your music. Also, make sure that you are listed with the performance rights organizations such as ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. Do that before you do anything, yo. So, what am I going to do tonight? I'm just going to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is one of those days and times where there's too much going on. And there's too much to be focused on. So many people are wrapped up in chaos, drama, and dysfunction that don't really understand that that's not the way to go. There's too much out here to be doing creatively and positively and progressively, to be wasting your time on nickel and dime nonsense. And I know not a lot of y'all feel me when I say that, because a lot of y'all are probably going through the same thing, trying to find a way up out of it. Yo, there is a silver lining within every dark cloud. Anything that you go through, there is a lesson to learn from it. As long as you learn the lesson, you will progress and move forward. But until you learn the lesson, you will continue to keep going over and running into and bumping into and getting dragged down by the same thing until you stop, breathe, take time, learn the lesson that you're supposed to be taught. Then you can move on. Again, I like to use the analogy of playing a video game. This life is like a video game. You set a plan into motion. And once you set that plan into motion, once you speak that plan into existence and begin working on it, the game starts. Once the game starts, you are going to have adversaries. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have traps. You're going to have puzzles. You're going to have problems. You're going to have all type of things coming at you to try and dissuade you from what it is that you want to do. These are tests. These are tests to see if you are serious about what you say that you wanted, about what you called into being. If you said that you want to go to school, there is something, well, not some things that are going to get in your way, that they're going to try and block you. They're going to try and throw you off. They're going to try to distract you because you said this is what you want to do. I want to go back to school. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do what I need to do, go to school. Something is going to come up. And it's going to make you like, man, maybe I should hold off. Maybe I should wait. No. Whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, don't let anything distract you, dissuade you, obstruct you from achieving your goal. Because if you allow that to happen, you have failed the test and you never really wanted what you said you wanted in the first place. Now, back in the day, they called it selling wolf tickets. That's what you're doing. You're selling wolf tickets, but you ain't, or what? You selling wolf tickets, you're talking out the side of your neck, talking loud, ain't saying nothing, however you want to put it. That's what you're doing. Whatever it is that you want to do in this life of yours, you are the power to do it. You are the power. You have the power. You've always had the power. But what we tend to do is we tend to talk ourselves out of it. We let the problems of the world get bigger than us and let it tell us what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. And this is something that we have to stop. We can't go around blaming everybody for whatever it was that did not work. That's scapegoating. It was your idea. It was your plan. It was your dream. It was your goal. It was up to you to achieve it. It was up to you to accomplish it. It was up to you to obtain it. The rest of us here, we're either supporting you, we're helping you, or we're blocking you. And sometimes the biggest blocker that you can have is the person sitting right next to you. Case in point, Nipsey Hussle. Another one, MC Hammer, Michael Vick. All of these people were trying to help the people that they grew up with, the people that they've known their entire lives. But because those people did not have the same energy and have the same commitment and dedication, they ended up draining these people dry and they got caught up in nonsense. Michael Vick went to jail. MC Hammer went broke. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. There is no reason that you cannot achieve what it is that you set out to achieve. It's on you. Once you speak it into existence, the clock starts. And as soon as that clock starts, so do your enemies. So do your footstools. So do your, do, for lack of a better term, so do your cock blockers. As soon as that alarm goes off, the same alarm goes off, and next ICON made a plan. Time to figure out how we gonna disrupt it. Time to figure out how we gonna throw him off his game so that he don't get it. It's a test. Again, back to the game analogy. When you start the game, you have all of these different adventures that you have to go through, all these different tasks that you have to do to get to the next level. Same thing in life. You have different things to go through to get to the next level to get you closer to where it is that you say that you want to go. The closer that you get to your goal, the harder and the more difficult the challenges that you're going to face. Just like in a video game, you have to go through so many levels, and then at the end of the level, guess what? You have to fight the big boss to go to the next level. Well, life is no different. Unfortunately, in this world, in this life, sometimes the big boss that you have to fight may be your husband. It may be your boyfriend. It may be your wife. It may be your girlfriend. It could be a family member. It could be your best friend. It could be anybody that's the closest to you that does not understand what it is that you're doing because they can't see your vision. The reality of that situation is they're not supposed to see your vision. This is why they don't understand. This is why they don't get it. The vision wasn't given to them. The idea didn't come to them. The goal didn't come to them. The dream didn't wake them up and say, this is what I want you to do. It came to you. And once you chose to accept it, you became responsible for breathing life into it and bringing it into the world. Excuse me. It's all on you. So whatever it is that you say that you want, how bad do you want it? You want to go to school? How bad do you want to go to school? You want that big time job to make that big time money? What are you doing to get there? People are always going to have something to say. Everybody's not going to like what you do. Nobody's going to feel what you're doing. Everybody's going to have a criticism. They're going to have a judgment. They're going to have an opinion. They are more than welcome to that. But if you allow those things to dissuade you from what it is that you say that you wanted, then you never really wanted it. Now, they're going to try all kind of things. Well, you tried it a couple times and it didn't work, so maybe you should go ahead and give up. No. When you failed at it, no, you did not fail. Failure only comes in lack of attempt. If you tried it and it didn't work, doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that particular way that you went didn't work. It just means that you ran into an obstacle. You fumbled on a pothole. You tripped over a line, fell down. You just got to find another way. There is a way to your goal. But sometimes you have to go through the trials and the tribulations in order to appreciate your goal or your dream once you get it. There has to be blood, sweat, and tears, literally, in the achievement of what it is that you say that you want. There's going to be pain. There's going to be aggravation. There's going to be frustration. There's going to be headaches. It's going to be sleepless nights. I did a speech over the weekend, and I quoted Les Brown. Les Brown said that sometimes the two most difficult conversations to have in pursuit of your goal or your dream or your idea is the talk within and the talk without. The talk without are the naysayers, people outside of you, your coworkers, your family members, your friends, your spouse, people on the street, people in other businesses that see what you're trying to do, and they're going to have something to say because they don't understand it. Or they attempted the same goal. They went after the same dream. They had the same idea and it didn't work for them. So they gave up instead of continuing on. They gave up, threw in the towel, and if it looks like you're anywhere near achieving a goal or a dream or idea that they did not get, they're going to do what they have to do to convince you that you're wasting your time, that you're crazy, that it's never going to work, that they don't know why you even wasting your time with it. That's their job. And for a little while, I listened to this song called Motivation by T.I. And T.I. says, haters do your job. That's their job. It's their job to hate. They're going to hate you whether you fail, supposedly. They're going to hate you when you succeed. No matter what you do, no matter how you do it, they're going to find something wrong with it. They're going to find a problem with it. They're going to find a flaw with it. They're going to find something in their effort to discourage you. Let their hatred be your inspiration. Let their talk be your motivation to keep pushing for what it is that you want. Because I promise you, once you get it, once you achieve it, the same people that had something to say about it are going to be the same ones looking for your help. They're going to want to know how you did it when they couldn't. How did you keep going when they quit? Determination, tenacity, commitment, dedication. You have to have those things in order to succeed. If they want to call it failure, we'll use that word. Failure is just another way of saying try harder. Find another way. Because there is a way. But the one way is not giving up. The one way is not throwing your idea, your dream, your goal in the trash and walking away from it. I've been there. I've done that. When I first got into music, I was doing very well. But I let people convince me that I was wasting my time. So I quit doing music for a while. I missed out on a great opportunity to be signed to a major record label because I allowed other people in my ear to influence me that I was wasting my time and that I just needed to quit and focus on something else. Now, fast forward to today. Once I realized that I made a mistake and I got back into the music, I have 9 albums. I have been featured on countless programs with performing festivals, magazines, online interviews, because I figured out that I'm the one that's in control of my destiny. I am the sole master of my fate. And every time that I've listened to somebody else, I've put my destiny and my fate in their hands. And most of the people that you're putting your fate and your destiny's hands in, they can't even deal with their own. They have no idea where they're going. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea where they're going to go. They have no idea what they're going to do. But they have so much to say about what you do and how you do it and the best way to do it, or how you should just leave it alone, how you should walk away from it, how you should find something else. They always have this to say because they're using as leverage their connection and their bond with you to influence you to stay in the position that they're in. Because a lot of people fear that if you succeed, that you're going to forget them. And some people have. Some people, we say it all the time that certain people have forgot where they came from. They done moved off the block. They done got bougie now. We done seen it. We done said it. We done watched it. There are people that are like that. That is their fear. But the reality of that situation is this. Everybody is not meant to go with you on your journey. I'm going to repeat that. Everybody is not meant to go with you on your journey. Now, they say people are in your life for either a reason or for a season. And once that reason and that season is done, it's time to move on. And it's not the fact that we've forgotten them. It's not the fact that we are trying to forget them. It's just the fact is that we've come as far as we can go. We've gone as far as we can go. Let me rephrase that. We've gone as far as we can go. You have an option. You can either raise up with me to this next level that I'm going to, or you can stay at the level that we were and be content and complacent. Everybody does not have that mentality. Everybody does not have that sense of complacency or contentment. Again, back to the video game. Once you beat the first boss in the video game, you don't turn the game off and don't play it no more. You don't. You go to the next level and you keep playing until what? Until you beat the game. This is a game. Your life, your goal, your ideas, your dreams is a game. And the object of the game is to beat the bosses and win. That is the objective. When they have something negative to say, when they have an opinion, when they have a judgment that goes against what it is that you're trying to do, that's the enemy in the game throwing shots at you, punching you, fighting you. Let me pick a game. Let's go old school, Tekken. Every time that one of your opponents lands a punch on you, that's somebody negative saying you're wasting your time. You can't beat me. You can't get past me. And you don't beat them the first time every time. Sometimes you have to go back and you have to rethink things. Okay, well, I did a right, left, right uppercut, and that didn't work. So maybe I need to try right, left, right, and a roundhouse. But eventually, you're going to figure out the way to beat that opponent to get to the next challenge. Welcome to life. There's so many people out here with the mind state of playing checkers on a chess when others are playing chess. Everybody does not, regardless of what the game is, everybody does not play by the same rules. Some people are on the board with no rules, no scruples, no morals, nothing. Their main design is to destroy you, to destroy your will to succeed, to destroy your want to have, to destroy your desire to be a success. Society does it. People around us do it. If you really pay attention to what goes on TV, they do it. The TV shows do it. The TV shows presents a certain stereotype of certain people, and the rest of the people buy it. They buy into that stereotype. We all know that. A lot of people won't come into the black neighborhood. Why? Because they've seen on the news that we're violent. We're savages. We don't care about life. We're gonna rob you as soon as you come into our neighborhood. That's our ultimate plan. That's our goal. We bait you in there to do all of this. Look, that's like saying that if you go into a white neighborhood, that everybody in the white neighborhood is secretly walking around with white sheets and just waiting for somebody to come through so that they can lynch them. It's not every white person. Just like every black person is not there to rob you or to kill you or to beat you or what rape you or whatever that the media tries to get you to believe. We got problems just like every other race got problems. We have issues just like every other race has issues. The only thing that's different is the shade of our skin. So we all go through the same thing. I can get fired from a job just like anybody else can get fired from a job. I can find another job just like anybody else can find another job. We go through the same struggle. Ain't nothing no different. But we so quick to believe the rumors. We're so quick to jump in and rally around the propaganda of what somebody else said that we did not or sometimes cannot verify ourselves. I had a debate once when I was younger. I had a friend of mine, his name was Gilbert. And Gilbert was mixed. I'm just going to say it like that. I'm going to let you draw your conclusion as to what ethnicities he was mixed with until I tell the end of the story. My father had a thing about white people. So Gilbert was going to come over to my house one day. And I was telling my father that Gilbert was coming over and we were going to hang out. You know, I think I had not too long ago met Gilbert. We had met in school. And my dad said, well, what color is he? And I said, he's mixed. Again, stereotypical response, automatic stereotypical thought. And my father was fine with it. Well, the day that Gilbert came over, my father was very nice. He was very polite. He was very respectful, and etc. You know, as a parent. And once Gilbert left, I think we left and went to go do what we did, and then we came back and Gilbert dropped me off at home. My dad was like, "You lied to me." I was like, "I lied to you about what?" You said Gilbert was mixed. I said he is. He is mixed. There ain't no black in that boy. I never said he was mixed black and white. My father assumed because I said he was mixed that he was mixed black and white. I said he is mixed. He's mixed Mexican and white. His father's Mexican, his mother's white. Then started the rumor train. Well, I'm not going to say what was said, but basically it went, well, white people this. I said, black people that. Well, white people this. Black people that. Well, white people do this and black people do that. Will you stop doing that? Why? Every single stupid rumor that is being said about us, there's one just as equally stupid for every other race. And we are so quick, every single race is so quick to follow the rumor mill of what they're being told without finding out for themselves the truth. That when they find out the truth, it blows their mind. We can't keep walking around with blinders on. We cannot keep walking around here believing what everybody else says. He say, she say, to the highest degree. There are so many people that have been assaulted. There's so many people that have been hurt. There's so many people that have been killed based on a rumor that was not true. There are so many people that are dead, that are in jail because of he say, she say, that was never verified. Because the person that told you, you relied on that person, you trusted that person, but that same person had an ulterior motive. And this person was getting in the way of their proposed goal. So they have to get rid of them. What do? You know what? John said that you a lazy bastard. Said that you don't do nothing but walk the streets and beg for money like you ain't got no sense, embarrassing everybody, embarrassing your family too. What do? We going to look for John. And we ain't looking to have no conversation. So we find John, we jumping on him for something that he supposedly said. Then come to find out that he never said it, and that the person that told you lied for their own selfish gain. Again, taking bait of the propaganda that is put out here for illegitimate reasons. It's a wonderful little game that people like to play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. Sometimes it backfires even quicker than what they expect for it to do. There's another saying that what's in the dark eventually comes to the light. And the deceit and the trickery and the malicious nature of certain people that are in your circle and are only there for their own personal gain at your expense, they're going to expose themselves. Here's another word for them. Biblically, Judas. We all got a Judas in our camp somewhere. We all do. Only in this day and age, Judas is very good at blending in with the masses. Again, look at Nipsey Hussle. Look at Tupac. You may have to look at Biggie too, to be real about it. Look at the people that are around you. Pay real close attention. Because once you have a goal in your mind and you start to speak it, somebody is listening very closely. Somebody is watching very intently your every move, and it's not to learn from you. It's to find ways to put salt in your game. They're looking for a way to sabotage your progress. Another test. But once you get so close to your goal that is right within your reach, guess what that is? That's the ultimate boss at the end of the game. That's that final exam. So you've been taking pop quizzes, regular quizzes, weekly tests, midterms. This is the final. The final exam is going to be your biggest, toughest, hardest, most grueling, most frustrating, most aggravating challenge that you ever face, because your goal, your dream, your idea is right on the other side of that boss. Your goal is to beat the boss and achieve your goal. You have no choice. You have a choice. But if you're determined to achieve, you are hell bent on obtaining, you are dedicated and committed to winning, you have no choice but to step in that ring and fight with the boss. You have no choice but to win. And like Les Brown says, you got to be hungry. Hungry. You have to live, sleep, breathe, drink, eat, pee, crap your dream, your goal. It has to be a passion, not a hobby. It's not. It can't be something that you're going to start today and be done with tomorrow. The enemy out there is going to see that, and they're going to exploit that. Again, their goal is to dissuade you. Their goal is to prove that you are doing nothing but talking. You didn't have the wind behind your back. You didn't have your head up and your chest out. You wasn't taking big strides to get there. And sometimes you got to take big strides, but sometimes you got to take baby steps. But see, they weren't looking for that. See, they ain't worried about you taking the baby steps, because the baby steps means that you can still quit on your own at any time. What they start paying attention to is once you start taking with some baby steps, start turning into strides. And when some strides start getting longer and longer, like to the point that you right there at the cusp of your goal, they got to step in and they got to blow you away. They got to send you backwards a few times. With like Monopoly, don't pass go, don't collect $200. Don't focus on your setback. Let your setback be the setup for your big return. Let them think that they defeated you. Play possum for a little while. Play possum and look at the board a little bit. Understand how the rules are changing. See who's playing by what rules. Because once you understand the rules of the game, once you understand the players on the board, once you understand what move that you can make, because sometimes you got to move like a pawn in order to make your move as a bishop. Sometimes you have to move like a bishop in order to move like a knight. Sometimes you have to move like a knight to move like a rook. And all of those coordinate so you can move the queen into position to open the pathway for the king. Or, as hard as it may be to believe, sometimes it's the minor moves of the king that opens up the path for the queen. You have to pick your best move. But once you pick your best move, always anticipate that somebody somewhere is planning their next move against you. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you elevate because they're scared of being left behind. They think that they're not going to be anything without you there. They're not going to make it without you being around. Well, then, if that is your fear, step your game up to ride with me. Now, my music started out as an anthem, do or die. And I live by that. Do or die, ride or die, however that you want to look at it, whatever you want to call it. But to roll with me, you got to be do or die. And if you're not, it's going to show. And I will adjust accordingly. Because I see that you have a season. You're here for a reason. And your season is going to be a quick one. Because I've sat back and I've looked at the board. I've analyzed the moves that you were making. I've seen the other players that you've been around chit-chatting and trying to figure out what's the next step to get me to go to the left when I should be going right. I've seen it. And people hate it when I say it, but I adjust, I adapt, and I continue. I adjust to what you do. I adapt to the environment that's conducive for me to do what I have to do, and I continue on my journey. And if I have to leave you behind, so be it. There ain't no love lost. There's going to come a time when it comes back around and we cross paths again. And maybe your mind state will be different and on another level, on a whole different page. Maybe it won't be. In that time, it will tell. But if you're not about growth and you're not about progress and you're not about obtaining and you're not about achieving, you will not last long around me. If you are not trying to do something positive with your life because you are so worried about the friends that you may have to leave behind, I would rather you stay with your friends and be happy than roll with me and be in misery. Because that misery that you're going to bring is going to try and infect me. And I can't allow that to happen. Me personally, I have come too far to allow anyone to make me go back. I fought so many demons to get to where I am. I've jumped over so many potholes, rebuilt and crossed so many bridges and had to burn them bridges once I crossed so that those that was trying to come at me couldn't come at me. There are people that do not like the fact that Next Icon exists because they did so much and they had believed so hard that they had destroyed me, that they broke me, only to find out that all they did was make me stronger. And that's what you have to have in yourself. And people run around, and again, this is my opinion, people run around talking about this self-esteem thing. My thing is this: how can anybody destroy what is in you? First word, self. Self-esteem. Your self-esteem. How can somebody else control your self-esteem? The esteem starts within you. You have to have that within yourself to the point that nobody can break it. There's nobody that should be able to control it because it's not theirs to control. It's not their thing to play with and to dismantle and to pick apart and to glue it back together and glue it back together wrong. They have their own self-esteem to deal with. But because they're so lost and don't know what to do with their self-esteem, They want to come and play on your block, and you allow them to. You allow these people to have control over your movements, your thoughts, your decisions, your walk, your talk, the way you dress, the way you look. They have something to say about it, but it's about you. And it may sound selfish, it may sound arrogant, but sometimes in the reality of life, you have to be selfish. You have to be arrogant because it's your life. And the last thing that should be okay is for somebody else to come in and dictate your life, your self esteem. You're self reliant, you're self sufficient, you're self sustaining. All of this is self. So if they can't disrupt that, how can anybody disrupt your self esteem? Raise up, hold your head up high, and go for what it is that you want to go for. If it makes you scared to do it while you're scared. Because guess what? That scaredness, if there's such a word, once you get so far into what it is that you're trying to do and where it is that you're trying to go, it's going to disappear. Whatever hold that it had on you, it's not going to have it anymore. But there's going to be a new one to take its place. It's going to be stronger, a little bit stronger than that one. And every one that comes after that is going to be a little bit stronger because the whole goal is to dissuade you from what you say you want. It's a mind game. But again, once you understand the rules of the game, once you understand the players that are on the board, once you understand which way it is to go, beating the game is easy. Beating the boss is easy. So unfortunately, in life, there ain't no cheat codes. You got to deal with all of this head on. And the only person that you have to rely on is yourself. Self. Self. You are the most important player on your board. What Cat Williams say? You are your star player. And you have to take care of your star player because ain't nobody else gonna take care of your star player better than you. They can come close, but they can't do you like you will do you. They can't treat you like you're going to treat you. They're not going to respect you like you're going to respect you. That is solely on you, my brothers and my sisters. Solely on you. So stop giving the power of your life, your destiny, and your fate to somebody else. It's yours. Wear them like a badge. Wear them like a suit of armor with a shield and your lance or your sword or your staff or whatever it is. These are here to empower you, to strengthen you. Yes, the shots are going to come. The rain is going to fall. The wind is going to blow. Punches is going to be thrown. But they've been doing that your whole life. And you're still here. So what does that tell you? Go for what you know. And don't be ashamed of it. Be proud. Be strong. Be resilient. But when you do get it, remember to maintain your humility. Don't let it warp your mind to being crass, braggadocious, and snobbish. Because just as it came to you, and just as the Most High gave it to you, it can go away, and the Most High can take it. Keep that in your mind. Never let yourself get too big, because the same ladder that you went up will move and bring you right back down. I want to take the time to thank everybody that has been tuning in, that has been listening to the ICON Chronicles for the past 5 seasons. Like I said, I can tell you from experience that sometimes you have to keep going in order to get what it is that you want. You have to do what others won't do to get the things that you want to get so that you can have what you want to have that other folks won't. Or some way that Les Brown phrased that. Whenever you start to feel some kind of way about yourself, look up motivational speakers online and listen to them quietly through your headphones while you're in the shower, while you're in your car, while you're on the bus, whatever you're doing. Listen to them. Listen to their story. Let that be the start of your motivation and your inspiration. Let that be the start of your guide to going for what you want and know that you deserve. Because again, it's up to nobody but you. Because ain't nobody gonna do it like you, and ain't nobody gonna know what to do with it but you. That's why it was given to you to do something with this life that we lead. I will keep y'all informed and up to date as to when the next season is going to be. It may be in April, it may be in May, around Cinco de Mayo, well, within the same week. But I will keep y'all updated because at that point in time, in case anybody has noticed, I have not been on social media. I have taken a break from social media for a little while because there was, again, he say, she say, and misunderstandings and miscommunications that I just had to just walk away for a little while and rethink some things and regroup some things. But I will be back. I have not decided when. It may be in May, but I will let everybody know one way or the other when the season premiere for season 6 will be up, and it's going to be different. I'm going to tell you that. So anybody that would like to be a guest, please feel free to reach out to me at the ICON Chronicles at gmail.com. You can also go to calendly.com/the ICON Chronicles, and you can come on and be a guest on the show. If you are a poet, if you are a music artist, if you're a comedian, please reach out to me. Let people know that you're here, because until they do, you do not exist, in a matter of speaking. So y'all have a great evening. Y'all have a great time. And I appreciate those of you that tuned in or have taken the time out of your day to watch this hour-long program of the season finale. I have some other things planned coming up in the new season. So stay tuned. Keep your head up. Stay positive. And don't let nobody stop you from going for yours. The only person that can stop you from going for yours is you. This is your man, Next Icon. And I am out of here. Until the next season, one love. Peace.
These niggas wanna play with me, thinking they playing.